Your hair is not long just because of genetics, and when people say that, they put a race on a hierarchy. Let's talk about it. So one thing I realized is that um, with us being Exotical Barbies, when we have things like, for example, long hair, and especially long, thick, a lot of them try to say, "Oh, it's because of genetics," or "what you mix with." When reality is called taking care of your hair. A lot of them don't want to hear that, especially in the Black community. I'm only talking about the Black community. If you have other experience with other communities, please let me know as a Exotical Barbie. But one thing I realized is that because as an Exotical Barbie, back when I didn't take care of my hair was not growing. Okay, my hair was it looks so bad. It's not even funny. Thank God I take care of it now. Now it's good and long. But one thing I realized is that they don't realize this. They think because they see you with they see long hair with white, quote unquote, white people, or let's say Hispanics, or let's say they associate with that because they can't fathom you as an exotical having long hair. You know what I'm saying? And I see this with not only with with like mixed or light skin. I also see this with like modern racially with monoracials exoticals as well, or black passing exoticals where they even question them even for like they don't really question light skin mixed exoticals that much. I mean, they do say it's because of genetics with us, but one thing I realized with them is that they be like, "Oh, what you mixed with? You're telling me you all black? You must be mixed with something." Because how you go look at you, especially if you have 4C long 4C hair, they be like, "Some, are you sure you ain't mixed with something? I feel like you're lying." And then when they ask you like, "Oh, how do you take care of your hair to get to this long?" When you actually tell them, they be like, "I ain't doing all that," and then blame genetics. You see the stupidity here, what I'm talking about right here? And one thing about it is, as an exotical Barbies, you don't have to explain yourself to them. Okay, you don't have to explain yourself to them. By the way, I will. This is a texturism conversation. I should definitely put this in title. If I don't, I'm sorry, but because that's what I notice, or sometimes they police your hair where they be like, if I had all that long hair, I would do this and that and the other, or you should do this and that and the other. But you never even get asked them. You never even say anything about your hair. You know what I'm saying? Or let's say, like for me, because as a Exotical Barbie, I do wear a head covering and whatnot because in my religion, we wear head coverings and whatnot. I remember my family members, because only people that see your hair is like family members. I remember how when he saw my hair, he's like, if I had all that hair, I would be showing it out. I don't know why you guys are coming up your hair. They know they would never say that to Exotical Barbie with a short hair. You see what I'm saying here? And with that being said, don't take advice from these heifers. Okay, I'm just letting you know right now, Exotical Barbie. Don't take advice from them. Okay. And then one thing I noticed is that also too, where they be like, "Oh, if I had all that hair, I would donate it." No, and darn well they would not. Or they try to be like, "Oh, with your hair, you should donate your hair." Or they be making jokes like, "Thank you for taking care of my 40-inch bust down." Like, why can't you take care of your own hair? You know what I'm saying here? Or let's say you have bullies and haters, right? And then they be like, "Oh, I will cut her hair," or I was about to cut your hair," or like that's why I hate those jokes, because I don't believe in gesturing. One thing about me, I don't believe in gesturing because your jokes says a lot how you feel. Also, too, when they be like the midnight barber, quote unquote, they be like, "Oh yeah, I be just snipping people's hair, because I see damages where there's no damages, just a girl with long hair." Even if she did have damages, who are you to cut it? Or let's say another way of midnight barber. Let's say you go get your hair done or hair wash and whatnot, and they cut more than what they need to. Like you came in with waist length, ends are looking good, everything's spotless. You never even asked for cover. And then when you come out, You realize your hair is at broad strap length. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I never said it on the channel, but one thing I will always say is learn how to take care of your own hair. Or if you're gonna go to someone, make sure they well center of themselves where they they don't mind if their hair is short, long, or whatever, because they're comfortable with what they have. You know what I'm saying? They love what they have and they're not insecure. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, the midnight barber and all those things is real. Okay. Also, too, with that being said, I also noticed like if you was a child, and they try to be like, oh, well, you should do this style on her, or sometimes they try to cut your hair, or trying to make, like, for example, when I was growing up, I remember as a punishment, they would say, oh, you're gonna wear your hair like 4 plus like CC from Color Purple. First of all, there's three things to discuss there. First of all, the Color Purple is a traumatized movie. I would never even make a joke about that. I realized in the black community do that, and they get upset when other communities do it. Anyways, next thing is that why you feel as though you have to manipulate my hair to make me behave. Do you think my hair is my identity? And that's in this case where I experienced an unambiguous multiracial black women is that their hair is their identity. And because if they see you as an exotical Barbie, and they see that you happen to have long hair or loose texture hair, whatnot, they sometimes use your hair, at least from what I grew up with and what I've seen, as a punishment. I mean, you see it on TikTok. Remember? Oh my gosh, Exotical Barbies. Let me know if I'm lying. I'm not. I'm not. But sorry. Let me know if you guys remember. Sorry, I forgot the word in English. Remember how the moms used to be like, oh, because you misbehaving, we're not going to shave all your hair off. I'm going to cut your hair. And they do it and they post it online. I'm telling you, I'm not joking. They associate your hair with your identity to the point they would cut and shave it off and use it as a form of quote unquote punishment. First of all, if you ever do that as a parent, that's abuse. That is abuse and is very insecure. Also, too, Exotical Barbies, I'm going to make a video how you can protect yourself, because I realized that we do get a lot of hate and sometimes we get physically harmed in the process. And I don't know if I want to make creative ways, and I do have creative ways to protect yourself, okay? So so I will make that video soon. But yeah, tell me how you think. Have you ever experienced this? Have you ever gotten in trouble and they try to use your hair as punishment? Have you ever seen people question you about your hair? Let me know. And also too, oh wait, I'm not done with this video. Okay, let me continue to talk. I'm sorry. So another thing is that you know what? Actually, I am. I'm done. Sorry. I'm a talker box if you don't know. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. And love all you Exotical Barbies.